What's up, guys? Lab here with a new L4D2 video in which we will talk about the smuggler, the smoker. Play it again, Sam. The smoker has some pimples on his back, a hand that you'd never like to shake after closing a deal, and a face that is like a poem, a gothic one. He has a little limp when he walks, and he is pretty noisy. Also, he leaves a trail after him which tells us that if there is smoke, there's maybe fire. His primary attack, the one performed with the left mouse button, is the tongue throwing. This attack has two parts: the dragging part, in which we will take away 3 points every second, and the back rub part, in which we will take away 5 points every second. Also, there is no problem in catching survivors through fences and windows, but if you are not very confident with this last part, you can break the windows just activating the tongue. The secondary attack, the one performed with the right mouse button, is the claw. That takes away 4 points, and well, Coach loves it.
Excuse me!
But normally people use it to break doors and windows. Keep in mind that some windows are harder to break than others, so you will have to claw them many times to break them. At first sight, the smoker seems fragile, but he has 250 life points, so if we burn him, he'll survive for 50 seconds. Enough to take down a survivor. Or to f*** us from behind, right, Coach?
Yo, stop shooting me, alright?
Also, when he dies, he releases a cloud of smoke that makes the survivors cough, and keeps their aura bright even if they pass it walking. The smoker has no techniques at all, but choosing the best time and the best place, you will be able to do some interesting stuff. For example, in this technique that I've named Desert for one, we will keep a survivor away from the team and we will leave him in a non-returning point, so his teammates can't go back to save him. It's a sort of instant kill. The second technique is performed by hanging a survivor. Even if we are not doing him a back rub, we'll take 5 points away. And if we combine this with zombies, we will do what I call the piñata, because every zombie takes his sweet. The next way of attack is what I call the pendant. For obvious reasons, you can perform it in cornices and places without fences, where the survivor can slide off. A variant of this attack is the golden pendant. That is performed in the same way, but instead of leaving them hanging, you will kill them. You just have to find the perfect spot. Another way of attack is what I like to call fatal attraction, because the smoker will enjoy pulling the survivors towards difficult situations, like a car with an alarm or a witch. Last but not least, we have the technique with the most boring name, the short grab. To do it, you have to stay as close as you can to the survivor and grab him quickly, so he has no time to react. If, for example, we perform this last attack at middle distance instead of at short distance, the survivor can push us back, even after grabbing him. If a smoker grabs a teammate, we can free him by just pushing him during the first part of the attack, or by pushing them on the second part of the attack. The smoker isn't very keen on pushes. Every time we shove him, we will stun him for a second, and if we do it many times, we can even kill him. How many times do we need to do this? Your ass is mine. Another way we can bully the smoker is by breaking his tongue. You can shoot it or cut it with a sharp melee weapon. Those weapons are the katana, the machete, the fire axe, the lesser-known iron bar, and of course the chainsaw. Theoretically, performing this defense is easy. You just have to use the melee weapon in the exact millisecond you hear the smoker throwing out his tongue. In practice, it's more difficult because you have to have good reflexes and press the button at the right moment. A lesser-known defense is the cap. You can do this by aiming directly to the smoker and throwing him a gas tank at the same moment he throws the tongue. This way you will be able to avoid being trapped, but the smoker's tongue will be ready again in 3 seconds, so you will have to be fast and kill him. The tongue takes 3 seconds to be ready again when they cut it with a melee weapon. When someone performs the cap with a gas tank or a similar object, and when the smoker just throws it in an open space. The tongue takes 15 seconds to be ready after grabbing and releasing a survivor or after killing one of them. The jockey is the only infected that the smoker can steal the survivor from. But all the other grabbers, the jockey, the charger, and the hunter, can take the smoker's one. That's fine when we need to be accurate doing a pounce of 25 with the hunter, or when we need to perform an instant kill with the charger. When some special infected, as the jockey or the hunter attacks a survivor near to another one, they can stun and push the second one for a second. Normally the stun doesn't affect other special infected, but in some situations it does. For example, when a charger charges against a near wall without taking anybody, he could release the smoker's victim. Something similar happens with the boomer. If a boomer explodes near a smoker, the smoker will release his survivor. The spitter attack is odd, because if she spits when a smoker is grabbing someone, both attacks combine their damage, but if the smoker's victim is released, he will have 2 seconds of immunity to the acid. So I don't recommend this combination. It's always good to stay away from the tank for obvious reasons, but a smoker will come in handy when a car is in the equation. And that's all. I'm Lab. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, take a look at other videos, and please leave a like.